Hi you guys, so today I decided to finally go ahead and review this, the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. And I'm gonna kind of give you guys a bit of a spoiler for this review. I'm in love with this palette. I'm head over heels, drop dead in love with this palette. I think this is one of the most awesome things that NYX has put out recently. And even if you aren't a huge fan of bright stuff but like to use it occasionally, this is the palette to get. This is very, very affordable. It's $18, which may seem like a lot, but you're getting 16 eyeshadows. So that's just over $1 per eyeshadow, which once you break it down is insanely, insanely cheap. First up, the packaging. I love the packaging of this eyeshadow. It's neat, it's compact, doesn't take up a ton of space, perfectly square, makes me happy. Some people might complain that there isn't a mirror on it. I'm fine with that because I always take an extra mirror with me when I travel anyways. And this isn't a palette that most people will use for a full eye look. Most people will pair this with another palette. Like the look on my eyes today, I paired with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I did a tutorial for this look on Wednesday if you haven't seen it yet. But most people aren't going to be using this as their whole eye palette and traveling with just this palette. So for me, not having a mirror isn't a big issue, and for me it actually makes it easier not having a mirror, because when I show you guys the colors of the palette, when I show you when I'm doing tutorials, I don't have a huge giant reflection, which is very, very nice. Again, like I said, there are 16 shadows in this palette, and it's done very, very well. You have a red and pink and 2 oranges. You have a full shade of purple lilac orchid shades, or a full row of purple lilac orchid shades. I can't talk today. Then your next row is more of your pure blues, more of your teals. Then you have greens and yellows. This palette is a very, very, very matte palette. It's very difficult to find neon super, super bright shades in mattes that are as pigmented as these are. Now, this red, this blue, this teal, and this kind of chartreuse shade, these have a little bit of shimmer to them. Now, I believe they are done that way because I don't think you could get these specific colors to go on highly pigmented with doing a fully matte formula, which is what I'm guessing. But in either case, the shimmer is not very noticeable at all once it's on your eye, as you can see here and in the swatches. It's not like a super duper crazy poppy shimmer. It's just enough for the shadows to go on really, really smoothly. So I'm going to pop some swatches up for you guys, and we're going to go row by row, top to bottom. First row we have red, pink, neon orange, and more of a pumpkin orange. Next row, we have dark purple, a light orchidy purple. Then we have kind of it's a very soft rose pink with just a hint of a purple to it. It's kind of a hard color to describe, but it's very, very pretty. Then we have a very, very light lilac purple. Next row, we have a super bright pure blue. Then you have more of a lighter, brighter blue shade. Then we have a deep teal shade, and then a very, very light, bright teal shade. In the last row, we have a really pretty grass green. Then you have this chartreuse shade, or a yellow-green shade. Then you have almost a macaroni and cheese colored yellow. And then you have a super bright lemon yellow. All of these shades go on beautifully, they blend beautifully, and they last a really, really long time, especially if you use them with an eye primer. One of my favorite combos with these is to use a standard eye primer, then use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and then top it with one of these shadows, and it lasts all day. I'm talking 12 to 14 hours of wear minimum, no creasing. They look absolutely gorgeous. They're very, very, very bright, but can easily be toned down. In the center of my lid right now, I have this super, super bright neon orange, and I was able to tone it down using the pumpkin orange and some of the brown shadows from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette to make it more of a wearable look. You can really, really play with these. You can do them crazy bright, crazy fun, like in my cotton candy eye makeup tutorial, or you can do them softer and more wearable, like in the look I'm wearing right now. So I think this is an incredibly, incredibly versatile palette. If you don't have any bright shades yet, this is the palette I would recommend buying. For example, I have the Urban Decay Electric palette, which I absolutely love, and the shades in it are very different than the shades in this. But if you don't have that palette or were interested, thought it was a little bit too much to spend on super bright eyeshadows that you don't wear a ton, then this is especially a good way to go because you have literally every shade you could possibly need in a super neon bright color, at least that I can think of. And it's super convenient. They're all in one package, easy to travel with, and just NYX did an absolutely amazing job on these shadows. When I hauled this, I said that I looked at the other palettes, the other ultimate palettes they have, and I wasn't really interested in them. Honestly, after playing with this one, I have fallen so far in love with the formula they used on these that I want to try their other ultimate palettes because this is just a beautiful, beautiful palette. I think they did an amazing job, and for $18, it's absolutely worth the buy. So I would definitely recommend going out and picking this up if you can find it. I managed to get the last one at my Ulta. It sold out really, really fast there. As far as I know, this is going to be a part of their permanent collection, so if you can't get it immediately, you should have no problem getting your hands on it down the road. So I hope that this review was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I am pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!